Far Cry 4 was seen more as Far Cry 3 2 than its own game, and I can kind of see that, although I have not completed either game, even though I'm way closer to completing 3 than 4, even though I technically did complete 4 if you count the hitting ending. I do think Far Cry 4 doesn't get as much credit as it deserves. Now, my opinion could easily change after I complete either game, but at least as of now, I think Far Cry 4 is pretty good. Now, obviously this isn't a full review, but I think I can at least give a kind of first impression. I might have a fuller review if this video gets enough traction, so if you want me to review this full game, or any other game really, Far Cry or otherwise, please let me know in the comments. Now, I will have this in multiple chapters, timestamps in the description. Anyway, let's get straight into this video. Now, I only basically, if even, completed the intro, so I can only talk about the first 15 minutes of the story. But I did get through more of this section than is seen in this video, and I think the story's interesting for the most part. I like Pagan Min as a villain, and I'm a fan of Troy Baker's voice acting in general, so that's not surprising. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Ajay Ghale, and I wish he had more personality, but at least he actually speaks Far Cry 5. Now, I normally would wait for me to complete more of this game to make that assessment, but over the course of watching a couple of YouTube videos, it seems that many other YouTubers agree, so I'm doubtful I will change my mind on that topic. Now, I haven't really had a chance to get into the combat besides the first vehicle section, but I don't dislike the gunplay so far. I would say I like the stealth just as much, if not a little more, than Far Cry 3, because it's basically the same, but it might be like a little more in-depth, although, like I said, only played really 15 minutes, so I don't really have the upgrades. One thing I do like, though, is the fact that you can bait animals into fighting your enemies. I think that's a really cool concept, and I think that, at least for the first mission, Far Cry 4 seems to utilize that skill well. Now, this section is only partly to length and time, but I actually do care about this topic a fair bit, probably more than I should if I'm being honest. I love the graphics. Even though it's an over 7-year-old game being released in November of 2014, I honestly think it looks better than Far Cry 6 from what I've seen, because I haven't played the game as of now. But it looks better than Far Cry 5 and definitely Far Cry 3. Now, I know they kind of downgraded it in 5 so it could run better on computers, but part of me just wishes they had a kind of can it run Crysis mode and just had it for computers that can run it, and not make it so an average computer can run at max settings. But I don't necessarily blame them for doing that, and at least it's optimized. Now, should you buy Far Cry 4 in 2022? I think so. Even though I haven't completed the game yet, you can easily get it on sale for less than $10 on PC. Now, you might also want to buy Far Cry 3 and 5. 3 is like $3 if you know where to look, and 5 I think is about the same as 4. Now, if you only want to buy one of the games, I suggest 3, even if just because it's the cheapest and not worse than 4. But if you care about graphics more than I do, which is a very hard feat to accomplish, then you might want to get 4. I really don't think Far Cry 4 is worse than 3 besides the story, and since I really care about the story a lot, I would probably rank 3 just above 4, but the only Far Cry game I've actually completed was 5, so it's completely possible, though unlikely given the YouTube videos I've watched on the topic, that I'll actually enjoy Far Cry 4 more than 3. So in conclusion, I think that you should get this game when it's on sale. I do think it's a good game so far, and I think you would enjoy it. Just don't sue me if you don't, because everyone's different. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos. Let me know if you actually want me to post more. If I get enough support, I might even start posting once a week, if not a little more than that. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time.
As frequently as possible.
Bruh.